Hey, I'm Caleb Alku, and in this video, I'm going to explain exactly how you can find desperate clients on Upwork. Clients who haven't been able to find someone to solve their problem. Clients that can be your clients if you just walk up and tell them, hey, I see you have a problem. I can fix it for you. My rate is $100 an hour. Now, Upwork is a platform, and a lot of us know this. It's a platform where there are more freelancers than there are clients. Imagine a version of Uber where there are more drivers than people who want a ride. Hundreds of drivers waiting around for someone to need a ride. Upwork and most other freelance platforms are the only major technology platform with more people who want to get paid than people who want to hire people. This means that there's a lot of competition to land jobs on these platforms. Competition to grow your agency by landing new clients. Personally, I've built a 7-figure agency on Upwork and helped hundreds of others build their own 6- and 7-figure agencies. One of the best ways to get started when you don't have any reviews is to find desperate clients. These are clients who want to pay a freelancer but can't find one. Clients that you won't need to compete for. Instead of competing with 1,000 freelancers for the same job, you focus your time and energy on jobs with no real competition at all. In my experience, the desperate client, they can't find a freelancer for one of two reasons. Number one, the job is weird. It's esoteric. There's some strange requirement. It doesn't fit into the established processes or procedures. They're having some strange issue on Facebook and they need help solving it. Or they're having some strange issue with Google Ads. And if you have a relatively new profile, as long as the pay is acceptable, these are great jobs to go and do. Because the exciting thing is, if someone's having a weird issue, they probably need more than just that weird issue fixed. It's so much easier to get second and third and fourth jobs from clients who know and trust you than it is to convince someone who has no idea who you are that you're a trustworthy person. So one of the tenets of success on Upwork is taking these small jobs and turning them into big wins. I personally worked with someone in my training program who landed a small graphic design job for around $50, and he knocked it out of the park. The client hired him to do another major rebrand. That one had a price tag of $10,700. Do not ignore small jobs on Upwork, especially those weird small jobs. The second type is even more exciting. The second type of job that we often see with desperate clients who can't find freelancers is because they posted the job in the wrong category, or they've used typos when they've been posting in the job. So way back in the halcyon early days of eBay, like 20 years ago, I used to make money by finding products on eBay that were listed in the wrong categories or had typos in the brand name or the description, so that when other people were looking for those items, they couldn't find them. So those items would typically sell for below market value, and I could simply relist them on eBay with the corrections made and pocket the difference. And today, that arbitrage is almost impossible to find on eBay because it's a much more established marketplace. But that's still where Upwork is. And Upwork's algorithm is not very good. It's absolutely terrible. Its search algorithm is terrible. So first, don't rely on Upwork's search algorithm. But second, what helps us there is if a client does make a mistake like that, then their job isn't going to be seen by very many appropriate freelancers. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So let me show you how to find these desperate clients. So I'm on Upwork here, and the first thing I need to do is just type SEO in. And as usual, I'm going to go ahead and tick this US only box. I don't want to see jobs that are open to the entire world. Now, there's still a huge number of jobs here. We can see in the expert, there are 490 SEO jobs, another 530 in intermediate. So what is that? 1,033 jobs, US only SEO. But I want to find desperate clients. So I'm going to come down and under number of proposals, I'm going to tick less than 5. That's the trick right there. One of the two-step process, okay? Now the number of jobs is way down. We have maybe 200 jobs, and I'm going to look for jobs that are old, right? So 2 minutes ago, of course, they have fewer than 5 proposals. That's not super interesting. But let me scroll and find some older ones. So here we go. We have one here 11 hours ago. Smart home and commercial automation, Divi informational WooCommerce web developer. So this is interesting, right? They're looking for a web developer, but they posted in SEO. Website testing, Louisiana. So maybe that's something interesting. And website testing. Optimize web content and blog content first, then SEO. Interesting. More web testing. Commission-based closer, we don't want that. Merchant Center expert, Upwork expert. Okay, cold email domain setup. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these. So WordPress, WooCommerce page fixes, and this is somebody who just needs some fixes. They want to fix this website. So if you're a developer or something in that range, this could be an excellent project. Not very many proposals sent. They have hired people before. It's $100, so depending on how long you think something like this might take, this could be a good fit. And it's funny, like this isn't really, what does SEO fix mean? So this isn't a very good job posting, which is why they have so few proposals on this. But if you're relatively new, you're looking for your first few jobs, this could be a solid one to start out with. And let's take a quick look at this one. They're rebranding their company and they want someone to integrate audio and video into their Divi-based website. Okay, no shopping cart. So again, this is they're looking for a developer, yet somehow this came up in SEO, probably on-page SEO writing, but that's not really just SEO. And like here we have a $500 budget. It's a solid budget. It's a bigger project. But again, if you're relatively new, this is a job is 11 hours old and they have fewer than 5 proposals on this. So this is a desperate client. They really need help fixing up their website. So if this is something that you have the ability to do, then this is definitely worth checking out, sending a proposal then. What do we have here? Okay, so obviously a $40 fixed price. They don't mean that. That's pretty common. They're going to post that a client will post a budget and they have no idea what things should actually cost. So they just post a budget. So my rule of thumb for something like that is to go ahead and apply, especially if there's anything of value that you can do for $40 that will help this person, then go ahead and apply and say you'll do it for $40. In this case, you absolutely can. For $40, you could use ChatGPT to write a couple of articles for them, maybe even just one article that's SEO optimized with ChatGPT and Page Optimizer Pro. So this is an easy one to get started. Clearly, they're going to need a fair amount of work, more than just one $40 job. So this is one of those, bad job posting that could turn into a larger opportunity for you. So definitely something worth applying for. 15 hours old, okay? And fewer than 5 proposals. And then if we take a look at this one, Google Merchant Center. I've used the Google Merchant Center once before. It's complicated, to put it mildly. But look at this. They're paying $250 to $375 a week. Pretty solid. 3 to 6 months long, so it's long term. They need somebody who's good at Google Merchant Center. So if you know what the Google Merchant Center is, if you've had experience with the Google Merchant Center, this is definitely an opportunity worth looking at. And this is one of those very weird esoteric jobs where they're really struggling to find the right freelancer, to find someone who is very familiar with the Google Merchant Center. A couple more here. Upwork expert. They're looking for someone to help them apply to jobs on Upwork, which is kind of funny. And this is definitely something that you would be able to do. You'd be able to knock this out of the park. And they just want help landing jobs on Upwork. They have 5-star reviews, 17 prior jobs. They spent $29,000. So again, this is an esoteric job. You don't see very many job posts on Upwork looking for help with Upwork, but it's a really good way to get your first few jobs on the platform. And this is another interesting one, someone who just needs a cold email setup, right? They don't know how to do this. They need help with this for whatever reason. Normally I would expect something as straightforward as this to get a lot more proposals, but this particular one hasn't, right? Fewer than 5 and posted 22 hours ago. So if you know how to set up cold email domains, this is definitely one that I would look into. So my point here, when you use that filter of fewer than 5 proposals, you end up finding a lot of information, a lot of jobs with clients who posted a bad job, like the job posting is bad. It could be a good job, but it's a bad job posting, or they posted the job in the wrong category, or it's just this really weird job that most established freelancers won't want to take because it's not part of their normal processes, normal procedures. So when I say find desperate clients on Upwork, this is exactly what I mean. So there are a lot of these weird esoteric jobs that don't really fit into established freelancers' processes or systems. It's a great opportunity for a new freelancer to get a couple of jobs under your belt and to turn those small esoteric jobs into big esoteric jobs. I also showed you several examples of clients posting in SEO when the job wasn't really SEO related at all. They should have posted to web development or to coding or to other areas. So they're posting jobs in the wrong place. So don't forget about that fewer than 5 proposals filter. Tick that box and you'll immediately be presented with a variety of opportunities that aren't overloaded with proposals. It can help you get in front of these desperate clients. I hope you found value in this video. Give it a like if you did. If you're having trouble landing clients, go find those desperate ones. Comment below for how those filters work for you. It will help you. Now, I have a guide coming out that breaks down exactly how I built a 7-figure SEO agency, so you don't want to miss that one. Subscribe and turn on notifications to make sure you stick around.